Hello and welcome to all. I, Samit Joshi, welcome you all on the behalf of entire Creative Edge team. Uh, Before the start of the session, let me tell you that we had a discussion in yesterday's live, and there was a question where I had told that we'll be discussing it if there is any discrepancy. So today we'll be starting from that. But first of all, let me welcome you all on the behalf of entire Creative Edge team. Uh, and if you are new to our channel, subscribe our YouTube channel, follow us on Telegram and Instagram for regular updates related to all design and architecture entrance exams. So you'll be getting regular GK questions, English questions on Telegram channel. Also, you'll be getting regular updates about all the architecture and design entrance exams. So also, if you are looking for past year papers, current affair study material, you can download the material by clicking on the link given in the description box. So without any further delay, first of all, let me discuss this particular question. In our yesterday's session, there were many students who have mentioned that the answer to this particular question should be 12. And yes, I do agree. The answer to this particular question should be 12. And let's discuss it. So I do agree with all of them. Say there were Pranshu was there. Then I've got a comment from Adarsh as well as Anirudh mentioning that the correct answer is 12. Yes, the answer is 12. And the logic for this can be five moves. We can break it into five moves, seven moves, and nine moves. So total number of ways to reach from A to E without visiting a tile more than once. Only horizontal and vertical movements allowed. So if we start from there, we can identify it easily. So let's talk about the number of five moves. So in five moves, how can we reach? So the very first is A to B, B to C, C to F, and F to I. Then the second one is A to B, B to E, E to H, H to I, right? Third one is A to B, B to C, C to F, C to F, F to I, we have already taken. So A to B, B to D, A to B, B to E, E to H, H to I, A to B, E to F, A to B, B to E, E to F, and F to I. These are the three ways for going by A, B, C, F, I, A, B, E, H, I, and A, B, E, F, I. These are the three ways if we start from A and go to B. Now, the same three ways can be if we go vertically, that is A to D, D to G, G to H, H to I, right? Then fifth one will be A to D, D to E, E to F, F to I. Sixth one could be A to D, D to E, E to H, and H to I. So these are the five move ways to reach from A to I. Then there are certain seven moves. So there are four such patterns. So the seventh one will be A to B, B to E, A to B, B to E, E to D, D to G, G to H, and H to I, right? A, B, C, F, H. H is not possible because here you are going diagonally, Khushi. F to H, if you are going diagonally, that is not allowed. Only horizontal and vertical movements allowed. That's why your suggestion is not correct, right? As per the given rules. Fine. So let's talk about the seven moves very routes. So A, B, C. So now let's talk about the next move that we can take A to B, B to C, C to F, F to E, E to H, and H to I. Then ninth move is A to D, D to G, G to H, H to E, E to F, and F to I. And the tenth move is A to D, D to E, E to B, B to C, C to F, and F to I. These are seven move cases. So these are seven move cases. And there are two cases of nine moves. One is A, B, C, F, E, D, G, H, I. That is A, B, C, F, E, D, G, H, I. This is the 11th possible way. And the 12th possible way is A, D, G, H, E, B, C, F, I. A, D, G, H, E, B, C, F, I. So these are the total 12 ways possible. The correct answer was 12. Alia, this particular session will help you with seed aptitude as well. Also, you can connect with the experts on any of the social media channel. You can send a DM on Instagram or send a DM, a message on Telegram. The link of both handles are there on the description box. So you can connect with the team. So they'll help you out with uh, the best possible solution, how you can revise the aptitude part, right? For seed as well. All right, so let's move to next question. So figure one is an image composed of partial circles. Some cuts in the circles form corners of triangles as shown in figure two. So here it is shown in this figure two that these cuts form corners of triangle, right? So ऐसे कुछ कुछ triangles आपके स्क्रीन पर यहाँ दिख रहे हैं. So you need to determine the number of triangles whose three corners can be formed. What is the total number of triangles whose three corners can be formed by three circles? तो थ्री सर्कल्स के हेल्प से आप कितने ऐसे ट्राइंगल्स डिटरमाइन कर सकते हैं. So whenever you have such question, you must mention certain number of columns and certain number of rows so that there is no confusion and there is no repetition, right? So that there is no confusion, there is no repetition, and we are good to go, right? We are good to go. Some of the images are easily visible, but still, I would recommend, or my approach for such questions is, for such questions is that I go by the top corner to bottom corner, from left hand to right hand, and so on, right? So with this row one, I cannot have a triangle corners till here. Here it is the first opportunity. So I can have this one triangle. I can have this one triangle. So these are the corners, right? So this is row one first triangle जो है इसके लिए आपके पास होगा row 1 C5, then row 1 C7, and then row 2 C6. These three circles are required to form first triangle, right? So what next? What else can be there? With this row 1 C5, row 1 C7, I can also form another triangle row 3 C7, a larger triangle here, a larger triangle here. Or let me change the color. Let me change the color. A larger triangle here, right? A larger triangle here. So that is row 1 C5, row 1 C7, and row 3 C7, right? This is forming second triangle. This is forming a second triangle. Let's identify the third one in this row 1 only if there is any. If there is any with row 1. With row 1, column 9, we can have this one. See here, it is clearly visible. Row 1, column 9, row 2, column 8, and row 2, column 10. Next, we have fourth with this row 1, column 8. You can have a larger triangle here. Row 1, column 8, forming this part, right? Row 1, column 8, row 3, column 8, and row 3, column 10, right? Well done, Expectrum. I don't know what your real name is, but the name that you have mentioned, I'm acknowledging with you that particular name, right? So now, no more triangle can be formed with this row 1. Now let's move to row 2. Row 2, if it is row 2, I can clearly see this one triangle coming up. This fifth triangle is row 2, column 2, R2C2, then R3C1, R3C1, and R3C3, right? R3C3. This is the sixth one. Yuvika, let's count. Let's count the number of triangles. So I know this is fifth one that we have counted. If we continue in this row two, I cannot have any more triangle with this C3, row 2 C3. So row 2 C4, not useful, not useful. Row 2 C5 again not useful. Row 2 C7, see here. Here it is row 2 C7, row 2 C7, row 2 C7 can be used not in this larger triangle, but here it can be used. Here it can be used. See here. So this is giving us one more triangle. This is giving us one more triangle that is row 2, column 7, row 4, column 7, and row 4, column 5. Row 4, column 5, row 4, column 7, giving us one more triangle, right? Khushi, you are guessing that 11 or such triangles are possible. So let's continue with our counting. So we have counted till here. With further, let's move. If we move further in this row 2, we are not getting any more triangles. Let's find in row 3. Row 3, column 2, giving you an opportunity. Here it goes. Here it goes. Row 3, column 2. Row 3, column 2. Row 3, column 4. Here it is. Row 3, column 2. Row 3, column 4. And row 5, column 2. Row 3, column 2. Row 3, column 4. And row 5, column 2. So this is the next triangle that we had. Next is in row 3, let's check, is there any other possibility? This is not happening. This is already there. It is not forming any more triangle because though it looks, but there is no opening here. So I cannot go with this particular line. So column 7, column 8, column 9 has certain opening, but there is no matching here as well. So let's move to row 4. Row 4, column 1, not useful. Row 4, column 2, again not useful. Row 4, column 3, clearly visible. Here it is. So here it is. Row 4, column 3, row 4, column 4, row 4, column 3, row 4, column 4, and row 5, column 4. Next is row 4, row 4. Here we go. This is row 4, column 8, row 4, column 10, row 4, column 8, row 4, column 10, and row 5, column 9. Column 9. Nathan, let's talk about that as well. Let's talk about that as well. Let's talk about question number row 5 now. Let's talk about row 5. So row 5, this one triangle is clearly visible here. This is row 5, column 1. Row 6, column 1. Row 6, column 2. Right? And if we go further, we are not getting any more triangle here. Not in this case, not in this case, not here as well, not here as well. So in row 5, further it is not possible. If it is not possible with row 5, there cannot be any more triangle in row 6. So the total number of triangle must be 10, not 11. Preeti, why first is not possible? Row 1, column 1, row 1, column 5, row 1, column 5, row 1, column 7, and row 2, column 6. Here it is, right? कॉर्नर्स जो है वो इन ओपन एंड्स पर होने चाहिए. आई होप यू हैवंट read the question clearly, Preeti. So the question clearly mentioning spectrum, you are talking about R3 C9, R C9, R6 C6, R3 C9, R3 C9. Okay. After that, you are saying R6 C6, R6 C6. So it is not at all giving a triangle. Even if you are suggesting C9, then 2. This is what as you are suggesting. You are suggesting this one. Let's see if it is possible or not. You're suggesting this one, right? I hope this is what you were suggesting, right? Row 1, column 5, row 1, column 7. Kushi, that we have already covered. Row 1, column 5, row 1, column 7, row 2, column. The row 3, column 7. Kushi, row 1, column 5, row 1, column 7, row 3, column 7. That we have covered, right? See here, ये yellow से मैंने highlight किया हुआ था, खुशी. I have already highlighted this one. So this is a possible 11th one, but as per official answer key, the answer to this one is given as 10, not 11. So let's consider this one as well. So that will make it 11. So that is row 3, column 9, row 6, column 7, and row 6, column 9, right? So this is it. Preeti, that is a triangle. That is absolutely a triangle. Here you go. If you find it, it is a clear triangle. So there are total of 11 cases. So let's move to next one. All right. So here, what is given to us? So here it is given to us that shown below is a quadrant of disk with cutouts. Find the total number of cutouts in the complete disk. So ये quadrant है तो जितने भी numbers यहाँ है we need to multiply it by 4. So one cutout is there, second is this one, third is this one, fourth is this one, fifth is this one, sixth is this one. So six complete cutouts, 6 into 4 will give you 24 cutouts in the entire disk, right? Then if we detect this one, this say if I call it as alpha, this is also alpha, then this part as beta, this is also beta, and this one is gamma, right? So alpha, as soon as I add half circle here, I'll have one alpha here. Uh, एक हाफ हाफ सर्कल कर कर अगर मैं इसके थ्री क्वाड्रेंट्स और ऐड करूंगा तो आई हैव four more alpha. So four figures of alpha. Similarly, four figures of beta when I add three more quadrants, four figures of beta, and one figure of gamma in the middle. So that will be giving us a total of 33. That will be giving us a total of 33, right? I hope it is clear. I hope it is clear. Yes, well done, Kushi. So let's move to next question. You have been given a calculator. You have been given a calculator that looks as in the image below. That looks as in the image below. Given that you are allowed a total of only six key entries, which you must use at least one key entry for an operator, that is plus, minus, multiply, or divide, and and another key for entry equals to. So basically we can use four keys to enter numbers, one key for arithmetic operation, that is arithmetic operator sign, and one key for equals to, right? Now, what is the largest number that you can calculate from the given number? From this particular number, what is the largest number that you can calculate? That you need to determine, right? So how can we determine that? So see, the first thing first, you have a double zero. So you can utilize that double zero. You can utilize that double zero to make the number bigger, right? Am I 99 cross 99 could be good number, but that zero can be used, uh, then only it will be more larger. So if I press this 9 and double zero multiplied with 900, that will be giving me better result than multiplying 99 by 99, right? Amay Sharma, I hope this one is better than this is way lesser than this one. So the correct answer would be 9 into 9, 81, 81 with double zeros. So the largest number that we can calculate using these conditions will be 810000, right? So this should be the right answer. I cannot use more than four keys. Here I have a double zero available on the calculator, Amay. Please focus on the given image. Please focus on the given image. Right, Amay? Okay. I hope it is clear to everybody else as well. So let's look at this particular question. This question and vice versa of this is regular question in UCEED exams, right? So identify which of the options given below can be folded to make a 3D object as shown in the box. So try to fold here. So these dotted lines show the fold where from which we are folding it, right? So I can fold it down. Nitin, that's why you need to visualize things. I do agree that you don't have the option to write on the screen, but that's why your visualization should be better. So what you can do is you can estimate things or you can visualize it. So for questions like this, you need to visualize. Uh, I know I have an advantage that I can explain with and writing on the screen, but you won't have that advantage in your exam. So you must visualize things. See here. See here, it shows this part when it is folded, it will be forming a cube, and here it is slightly larger than that part, right? So here it is slightly larger and uniform. So it should be uniform with this one. So I don't think that I'll be able to have this particular structure with this particular arrangement, right? Because I need to fold at this end as well. And here I have this one fold here, one more fold here. When I fold it once again, I'll have a smaller size and this part is relatively larger. So I can discard this option A. Similarly, I can discard this option B as well, right? Now I'm left with this C and D choice. So this D choice is not giving any number opposite. See here, this and this number and this number, or this phase is opposite to this phase. There is no phase available here in this D. So the correct answer will be option C. Well done, Yuvika. Good observation. So you just need to focus, नितिन अगर आप थोड़ा सा फोकस करके ऑप्शंस को ऑब्जर्व करेंगे यू कैन एलिमिनेट ऑप्शंस एंड व्हेन यू एलिमिनेट आपका जो आंसर का एक्यूरेसी आने की पॉसिबिलिटी है दैट इंक्रीजेस to an extent where you are sure that you have eliminated three choices, so you can easily mark the remaining one. Let's move to next question. Identify the odd one out, though this is in MCQ part. a single correct part, but question like this are regular feature. Question like this are regular feature of UCEED exams. In past year papers, if you go through the past year papers, you can observe this that questions like this are regularly asked, right? So let's focus. How can we differentiate? First thing first, I'll count the number of lines there are five lines in each of the strips, right? So I cannot differentiate on the basis of number of lines. So if all five colors are there in all the lines or not, that is the second priority that I'll go with. So that again can be discarded because all five colors are there in all five images. So what could be next? The next is we need to observe these lines. This purple line is being intersected by this red, yellow, and blue line. This purple line is being intersected here by the green line as well. This purple line is being intersected by all the lines here. So if we observe what we observe is in this pattern, we can differentiate with the help of you guys are giving answer as option C or D. Can anybody explain his or her reason? So I'll wait for your answer. In C, red and yellow lines are perpendicular. In C, red and yellow lines are perpendicular. The correct answer is not C but B. And the reason is if you find this blue line here in all other parts, this blue line is being intersected. This blue line is being intersected by the three lines, by the three lines, that is, by the three lines, that is red, yellow, and purple. Red, this blue line is intersected by yellow. Here, if you look at it, you'll have three. Here again, purple, yellow, uh, the blue line intersected by purple, yellow, and green. So yellow line, purple line, red line, but it is not in being intersected in B. So the answer is B. The answer is B, right? The answer is B here. So let's have one last question for the day. One last question for the day. I hope the question is clearly visible on your screen. A naughty kid plays with a clock kept on a table as shown below. She changes the hour hand and minute hand clockwise, adding 8 hours 45 minutes to the time and places the clock by rotating 270 degrees anti-clockwise. Identify the option that shows the modified time. So it is the right time. So roughly, if you see, this is 148 hours, 45 minutes are added. So 140 when aided by 8 hours, so that will be 840 plus 45 minutes. So 40 and 45 is 85 minutes. 85 minutes are there. So 8 hours, 85 minutes is roughly not 8 but 9 it is. 9 140 and 8 940 and 45, so that will be 10:25, right? So after adding this much time, the correct time in the clock will be 10:25. So the answer cannot be B because the clock is being rotated 270 degrees anti-clockwise. 270 degrees anti-clockwise. So if I rotate it 180 degrees, the hour hand would be here and the minute hand would be here, right? If I rotate it by 180 degrees, and then further I need to rotate it by 90 degrees. So the hour hand would be here, and that makes the answer option A and option D both are similar, right? A and D are quite similar, but looking at this particular image, what I can do is, if I look closely, this angle should be, this is also identical here. My answer could be A or D, both. Both are correct choices. So this is not actually MSQ. So there must be certain trouble with this particular answer, right? It might be there that post paper they have announced that there is a correction in the answer key, or uh, they may have announced that both the answers are correct, or they may have given, yes, pattern of the frame is important. So with that pattern, even the pattern is matching here. The pattern is different here. Well done, Amay. Good observation. If it is the pattern, so if we rotate it by 180 degrees, I'll have this part over here and then further 90 degrees. So further 90 degrees. So when I rotate it by 90, 90 and 90, so this part should not be this one, but this one. So answer should be D. Answer should be D, not A. You need to observe here closely, right? You need to observe the pattern on the screen, right? Answer will be option D, and the answer, as per the official answer key, the answer was D only. So you need to look at the things carefully. Then only you can answer it. Though it appears that it is easy to answer, but ये appearance at times हमारे लिए ट्रबल भी हो जाती है, right? So other than these types, there are few more questions. There are few more questions that I have not covered in this particular series are difference between the images, difference between the images, few questions on insuration. You need to determine area or volume or number of a larger cube has certain number of spheres. So that ways, these are the questions on mensuration. Other than this, a single question on data interpretation or graphs. So that is also not a regular feature in UCEED. So I have not covered these particular types. Other than that, I've tried to cover all the other types. So for any further assistance, you can call us on 7676564400 for any assistance, for any assistance, right? And for any assistance, you can call us on this number. You'll be provided a proper guidance. Let's talk about that color question once again. So, if you look at the given figure, so there is only this figure B where this blue line is not being intersected by purple, yellow, and green. See here. this blue line is intersected by only one line. This blue line is intersected by only one line here. That's why the answer is B. Other than that, in every other case, the blue line gets intersected by more than one line. So this is the only section where this blue line gets intersected by one particular line only. So that makes it different, and that's the reason. So thank you guys. Thank you for being there. If you have any further doubts, you can राइट इन द कमेंट्स। अगर आप अभी लाइव नहीं देख रहे हैं इस वीडियो को, आप बाद में देख रहे हैं और आपको कोई डाउट है, तो आप बिल्कुल कमेंट कर सकते हैं और टीम विल कनेक्ट विथ यू। आपको किसी तरह के एग्जाम से रिलेटेड, यूसीईड से रिलेटेड कोई गाइडेंस की जरूरत है, यू कैन कॉल ऑन दिस नंबर एंड कॉन्टैक्ट टू द टीम। तो prepare well and all the best to all of you for your exam. Thank you.